Hello and welcome back to 30 days of teaching you how to teach abroad, and this is day 25. Today we're going to get into one of the most exciting things about teaching abroad, and that is the travel. So I'm going to be sharing some tips and tricks to help you maximize your time abroad, especially if traveling is something that is very high on your list. I'm going to assume it is if you are considering moving out to another country. So the first things first, as soon as you get that schedule, as soon as you get that school calendar, baby, plan out your trips. That is the number one thing I always did was look, okay, I have a 2-week break here. I have a long weekend here. I have a spring break here. Where can I go? How can I get there? What are my options? That is the first tip that I would give you. You do get a decent amount of breaks comparable to what you would get at home in some places. There might be a few other ones like national days, or like we have an Eid break coming up and things like that. So those, depending on the country that you're in, there may be some different holidays that are local to the culture and the tradition there that you may also get. So make sure you map all those out. Maximize your time with the schedule. I would be looking often and I would be looking early at the places that I would want to go. The second tip is when you are looking for travel, try to find places that you can go when you can go in the off season. Typically flights are going to be cheaper, hotels are going to be cheaper, and it's probably going to be less crowded, less tourists, which means more space and more time for you to enjoy the space that you're in, especially if you're someone that doesn't like a lot of people everywhere. A perfect example of this is I went to Greece last year for my birthday, and we went almost at the end of April. Baby, empty. We loved it. It was just us and a bunch of locals, and it was great. So think about what places you want to go and when their off season might be, and if that can line up with your breaks, I would highly recommend that you take that opportunity. Number 3, now I know hostels get a bad rap, but especially in my early travel days, baby, I stayed in some nice hostels. Of course, there were some that were very questionable, but especially if you're just starting out traveling and you're not really sure what to do, hostels can be a great option. And you can also meet a lot of people when you decide to stay in a place like that, because they typically put on a lot of events. It's typically a lot of people who are traveling with friends or groups, so that is an option. Also, finding local boutique hotels. Going to a chain all the time is not, I'm not really a chain hotel person. Finding boutique hotels or hotels that are local or owned by families or people who are from the place you're going to visit, I typically find that those also have better customer service as well. So it's up to you, it's your choice, but that's just one of my tips. So hostels, boutique hotels if you can. I am also an Airbnb girl. No matter where I go, I love the option of being in someone's home, being able to cook, all those different things. So, but that's just me. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. Utilize proximity. So for example, one of the first trips, not the first trip, what year was that? That was probably my second or third year in Kuwait. 2 of my friends came from the States and we did Berlin, Prague, Budapest. My first year I did London, 2 cities in France, and Amsterdam. Okay, so travel in Europe is obviously very easy to do. So if you have a 2 or 3 week break, I would highly take that option to see 2 or 3 different places if you can. Utilize all of that time. Another trip I had, I was visiting a friend in Malaysia. We took a cheap flight over to Thailand. So boom, I had a week and a half off, 2 countries, week and a half. One of the greatest experiences of my life. Think about the surrounding countries, and if you would like to go visit them, see if there's a train, a cheap plane, a bus. Try to maximize that time so that you can see as much of the world as possible. And my last one, don't be afraid to go to new places. It's okay to explore a new place. Everybody's experience is not gonna be the same. There are some people who are like, well, why you always wanna go da-da-da? Mind your business. Mind your business. There is so much beauty in the world, and of course there's going to be issues with every place that you go to, but somebody's experience may be completely different from yours. So don't let one person's negative experience or somebody telling you not to go someplace ruin a new country for you that could potentially become your favorite. So don't be afraid to take that leap and explore new places, even if people are yapping in your ear about what you should and should not do. So I hope these tips were helpful. Again, this week is focusing on once you get to your dream job abroad and how you can really thrive in that space. I will see you tomorrow for day 26.